Right? Okay.
No.
According to several studies, the fear of failure is the number one thing holding most people back. Well, that may be true for most people, but for people who regularly love taking the biggest fear in the world and turning it into a hobby or a career, I don't think fear is a big deal for them anymore. I'm talking about public speakers. What I think we experience more is a higher level fear, which I'm going to reveal to you with a personal story. I was 2 years into my life coaching business, and I was stuck at $3,000 a month. And I wanted so bad to make $5K a month. That had been my goal forever. So I took my best advice and hired a coach just to help me reach $5K a month. 3 months I had this coach, and that is all we worked on. And at the end of the first month, my income went up -50%. Yeah, I made half than normal. The second month, it dropped by half again. And the third month, I set all kinds of personal records, making $0 in my business for the first time ever. So I'm sitting in my final session with my coach, crying about my results. And I ask him, what is wrong with me? I went from 3,000 to 0. And this very wise man did not answer me. Instead, he asked me a question. Tell me what happens when you make $5,000 a month coaching. I blurt out the first thing that comes into my head. If I make $5,000 a month as a coach, I get complained about in that coach bashing Facebook group. He then asked me a series of then what questions. And I go from being blackballed as a coach in Utah to moving out of state to find clients. But guess what? Facebook is everywhere. So I can't get clients anywhere. I have to quit coaching, go back to a regular 9-to-5 job, and I spiral into a deep depression. I become so horrible to live with that my family leaves me. And so then he says, one more question then. What happens when your family leaves you? Again, my surprise shocks me. I decide to leave the planet. He looks at me intently and says, so what I'm hearing, Kelly, is that if you make $5,000 a month as a coach, you die alone? No wonder. You can't make $5,000 a month. I was not scared of failure. I was scared that my success would lead to the loss of every single thing that mattered to me and end my life. So my subconscious stepped in to protect me. It did everything it could to keep me at $3K a month. And when I tried to push through to that $5K, it slammed the brakes so hard I got whiplash and dragged me back from that dangerous ledge of $5K. I was lucky though. I had an amazing coach who recognized what was happening. And he was able to uncover that subconscious fear and help me overcome it. But what do you do if you don't have an amazing coach to pull out your subconscious fears? I have an expert secret for you. Look for the self-sabotaging behaviors. They will always give away your subconscious fears. Here's 3 that I know people with a fear of success almost always have. 1, getting in your own way. Doing little things to make it hard to succeed. Like going on a diet and then buying a case of your favorite binge food for the kids. Or selective forgetfulness. Say you've got a big important interview. It's time to go, you can't remember where you left your keys, so you end up being late. You get halfway there, you forgot something really important you had to bring to the interview, so you have to go back home and then you're even more late. Or you forgot to fill the tank, so you miss it completely because you ran out of gas on the way. if you recognize any of these behaviors or similar ones in your own life, you might have a fear of success. Would you like to know what to do about a fear of success? You reprogram your subconscious mind. And the easiest way to reprogram your subconscious mind is with repetition. Let me repeat that. The easiest way to reprogram your subconscious mind is with repetition, which is why affirmations are so powerful. My coach helped me write a very long, elaborate, detailed affirmation addressing every aspect of that fear of making $5,000. I repeated it every day, multiple times a day for weeks. And then it worked. Because 2 months later, I had my first $15,000 day. Not month, day. So, the majority of people might be held back by the fear of failure. But if my message resonated with you today, you might be in the group that doesn't really care about failure anymore, and you're experiencing a higher level of fear. I invite you guys to use this process. Look at your self-sabotaging behaviors to identify your unconscious fears and reprogram them with affirmations. Because public speakers are the people that are going to change the world. Trust me, it is so much easier to change the world without constantly fighting subconscious fears.